Hi, I'm here to talk about Ender's Game. It's a quick little book talk to tell you about Ender's Game from Orson Scott Card. It is a science fiction novel. I love science fiction, so there you go. I came across this novel as a teacher. I teach English, and when I was working in Baytown, this was the last book that we read of the year, and we did some really fun projects with it and just loved it. So it was a lot of fun, and I hope to do it again someday. Anyway, my main characters are Andrew Wiggins. He's also known as Ender, Colonel Graff, and then the super bad guys are the Buggers. The setting is in the future, so the Earth has been invaded by some very bad bugs, and they've left, but Earth is terrified that the buggers are going to come back. So what do you do to save the Earth from these giant bugs with super technology? Well, you create a super soldier. So they have these intelligence tests, and they do these tests on kids, and when a kid passes one of these intelligence tests, they get accepted into some super soldier academy, and they're all flown off they leave their families, they go to an academy, and the academy is brutal. I mean, it is just something else, something awful. um, they play psychological games. They have actual battles and physical battles and fights, and there's bullies and there's good guys, and oh my gosh, there's just so much going on, and it's just awful. And Ender becomes a super target for the other kids to bully, for Colonel Graff to be just horrible to, and it's just horrible. But do I recommend this book? Well, yeah, I do. I recommend it a lot because it has the big question about what would you do? If you honestly believe there's a giant bug that's going to come and invade the earth and use us for meat, what would you do? Would you push beyond what's socially acceptable to create the perfect super soldier? Would you do it with children before they know any better? I don't know. Um, anyway, so there's a lot of good conversations in this about what's too far. When is it too far? When have you just given up your humanity and it's not okay, and we should just lay it down and just say, it's okay. I want to be bug food. I don't want to do this to other people and lose my humanity. So is that a question? Is that a statement? I don't know. But the book also has some really great action. So there's some cool action. It's in space, so there's some fun stuff in space. And there's a lot about friendship and intellect. And there's this really creepy video game that creates some suspense. And it's got it all. And there's a nice twist at the end. So you're like, oh, really? Oh my gosh. And then you can't wait to read the next one. And it is a series, but this is the first of the series. So anyway, so my thing is to read to you now. So talking read is what we're doing. And I am reading from the very first chapter on page 2. The monitor lady smiled. Let me turn my light on because it's a little dark. Okay, so the monitor lady smiled very nicely and tousled her hair and said, Andrew, I suppose by now you're just absolutely sick of that horrid monitor. Well, I have good news for you. The monitor is going to come out today. We're going to take it right out, and it won't hurt a bit. Ender nodded. It was a lie, of course, that it wouldn't hurt a bit, but since adults always said it when it was going to hurt, he could count on the statement as an accurate prediction of the future. Sometimes lies were more dependable than the truth. So, if you'll just come over here, Andrew, just sit right here up on the examining table. Doctor will be in to see you in a moment. The monitor gone. Ender tried to imagine the little device missing from the back of his neck. I'll roll over on my back in bed and it won't be pressing there. I won't feel it tingling and taking up the heat when I shower. And Peter's his brother. Peter won't hate me anymore. I'll come home and show him that the monitor's gone. And he'll see that I didn't make it either. He didn't make it into the academy. That'll just be a normal kid now, like him. That won't be so bad then. He'll forgive me that I had my monitor for a whole year longer than he had his. We'll be not friends, probably. No, Peter's too dangerous. Peter got angry. Brothers, though. Not enemies, not friends, but brothers, able to live in the same house. He won't hate me, he'll just leave me alone. And when he wants to play buggers and astronauts, maybe I won't have to play. Maybe I can just go read a book. But Ender knew, even as he thought it, that Peter wouldn't leave him alone. There was something in Peter's eyes when he was in his mad mood, and whenever Ender saw that look, that glint, he knew that the one thing Peter would not do was leave him alone. I'm practicing piano, Ender. Come turn the pages for me. Oh, is the monitor boy too busy to help his brother? Is he too smart? Got to go kill some buggers? Astronaut? No, I don't want your help. I can do it on my own, you little third. This won't take long, Andrew, said the doctor. Ender nodded. It's designed to be removed, without infection, without damage. But there'll be some tickling, and some people say they have a feeling of something missing. You'll keep looking around for something you were looking for, but you can't find it, and you can't remember what it was. So I'll tell you, it's the monitor you're looking for. It isn't there. In a few days, that feeling will pass. The doctor was twisting something at the back of Ender's head. Suddenly a pain stabbed through him like a needle from his neck to his groin. Ender felt his back spasm and his body arched violently backward. His head struck the bed. He could feel his legs thrashing and his hands were clenching each other, wringing each other so tightly that he arched. "Dee Dee," shouted the doctor, "I need you." The nurse ran in and gasped. "Got to relax these muscles. Get it to me now. What are you waiting for?" Something changed hands. Ender could not see it. He lurched to one side and fell off the examining table. "Catch him!" cried the nurse. "Just hold him steady." "You hold him, doctor. He's too strong for me." "Not the whole thing. You'll stop his heart." So you'll have to read the rest of the book to find out what happens next. Did they stop his heart? Does he live? Well, it's called Ender's Game, so he probably lives. But anyway, it's interesting. I love it. Hope you do too. Bye.